You've said that self-doubt is one of your biggest mental challenges. Why do you think that is, and how does that show up for you?
How it shows up for me in terms of self-doubt, how I doubt myself, is not thinking you're good enough a lot of the times. I'm somebody definitely more of an insecure overachiever in a way where I finished a marathon great. To me, like, that's not impressive and I should have done better. You know, like, I would never give myself a pat on the back and be like, you did great. And I think that actually goes back to even high school basketball. Is kind of funny enough. We were a good team, but we would play well. I would play well, but I always didn't think I played well enough, even if we win, even if I maybe scored a certain amount of points, steals, rebounds, assists, whatever it was. Right. And getting home and like sitting in the car and just being like, I could have done better. At 17, probably a lot worse than it is now that I'm 25. I'm trying to work on those things for sure and give myself my flowers here and there and work on the mental health aspect of it. But at 17, I was definitely like, you're not good enough and all that. So
where do you think that came from? Like, was that from your parents? Was that from a coach? Was that from your brother? Because like probably started from something.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's like nature versus nurture in a way. I'm a big believer on the nurture side. But I don't know. I don't think there's a specific thing. I mean, to break it down at its core, right? It's like parents get divorced when you're young. Whatever effect that has on me. I got my problems up top, but you know how it goes.
How old were you when that happened? If you don't mind me asking.
No, yeah, you can ask whatever you want. Second grade, I think. First grade, maybe. So pretty young.
Okay.
Which I would almost, I don't know if I would prefer that, but I had no idea what was going on, right? Like my sister was a little bit older, probably hit her the hardest.
Biological sister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I just think kind of like the broken home family dynamic, you kind of veer in whatever way you so choose. And for me, like I've always kind of had that work ethic of just go as hard as you can. So, and I barely remember my parents getting divorced. So maybe there's something in there.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm not too sure.
Okay. But you've always had some self-doubt. And would you say that you work through your self-doubt just by working harder? Like you just kind of tell yourself like not good enough, not hard enough. And so you just do more. And that's kind of how you like cope with the self-doubt? Or talk to me about that a little bit.
Probably. Right. I mean, that makes sense to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like yes and no, because I'll wake up some days and be like, I'm not good enough. Work harder.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'm like, I feel great today. You're doing it great. Like keep. I think the thing for me is always just keep your head down and work, and whatever comes from it will be fine. Like just keep your head down and keep working. And eventually, hopefully maybe you'll be happy with it, but you'll get to a spot where the hard work paid off, right? So the days of self-doubt, I think something, again, as I've gotten older, it's you're going to have shitty days, just let them pass. And that's some maturing in the gym for me is I used to go into the gym and if I didn't have it that day, I'm like, I'm still going to get this workout in. I don't care, right? Like, which I think is a good mindset to have. But when you're competitive in a way and you're doing that all the time, it's almost like, all right, I'm actually going to take today off and then come in tomorrow and hit my workout way harder and actually get benefit from it, right? So if I'm going to come in and half-ass a leg workout today, there's nothing that's going to come from it. If I take the day off, rest, recover, and like get my mindset right, come in tomorrow and crush it, like what's more beneficial, right? Like what do you think? You're a personal trainer. What are your thoughts on that one?
I mean, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And I think that shows some maturation, right? You said that you're 25 now and, 17-year-old Nico definitely wouldn't have done that.
No.
Or maybe we were talking about basketball at that time, but I'm guessing your mentality was much different back then.
For sure.
As a mental performance coach and as a personal trainer, I definitely would advise that you take rest days instead of just overtraining and working out every single day because as you know now, there is such a thing as overtraining and constantly being in more of a catabolic state, i.e. breaking down your muscle. And if you're never resting, you're actually never allowing your body to enter an anabolic state. So you can't really effectively engage in muscle protein synthesis, right? If you're not resting ever.
Yeah.
So that's super important first and foremost.
Yeah.
But then from a mental perspective too, right? Mental burnout is a real thing,
For sure.
right? Like maybe you're motivated to work out all the time. Maybe you're not. I'm usually motivated to work out. Sometimes I'm not. And then sometimes it comes down to discipline over motivation to work out, even on days that you're tired or whatever. But I would say that definitely resting in that case is the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
So how did you come to that realization? Are you working with like a therapist, a mental performance coach, a personal trainer, just something that like life has taught you? Like how did you, because it sounds like you're definitely viewing your physical and mental activity through a better lens now. So how did you learn that?
I think getting out here in terms of you move across the country and you're away from your family and loved ones. I had my brother, which is nice, right? But it's still figuring out your own path and your own life for yourself. And I think him and I have a good understanding of that. Like, I'm here if you need me, but like figure your shit out. Like, we're both adults. We got to grow up at some point, right? So
tough love, kind of.
Yeah, yes and no. But what I was gonna say is, I think I just found that through curiosity, because I like to read a lot, but self-help books, whatever it is, fiction, nonfiction, whatever you may choose. But if I have a thought or a feeling, I want to know why I think and feel that way, right? And that can be emotional, physical, in a relationship, right? Whatever it may be. And I think, again, that just goes with like the maturing part of it, especially like 25 hit me like a truck. It was like, all right, frontal lobes developed, and I feel that immediately compared to like a couple of years ago, even, it's like, wow, like, am I an adult now? Makes me sick to my stomach.
Yes and no. I mean, I agree with you. But it's to the point I was making earlier about like getting older and not caring as much. Getting older, obviously, that frontal lobe is a little bit more developed. That prefrontal cortex, you're making better decisions, whereas before you probably weren't making the best decisions about like alcohol and partying and doing different things, like jumping off the third balcony into the pool and all these kind of things. So maybe you're not fully developed in that prefrontal lobe,
which I will be doing. Yeah. I'll get that on camera.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be the intro or the outro. And hopefully there's not an ambulance involved.
Backflip off the third balcony into the pool.
Yeah.
I know my brother would be thinking the same thing.
Yeah. We'll submit that to your, whatever that is you're going to later today.
Yes.